how I start recording. So first of all, I check my OBS. My OBS has a problem detecting my audio source. So on the devices, I click audio, then G3 sound card. Then once I do audio test, then I proceed loading the program they want to show. Then today's episode is gonna be how do I make a circuit? How how to make a circuit in Kicad? How to make a circuit in Kicad? The other one I saw in the findings in Google is how to add components in KiCad. Okay, how to add components in KiCad. Components, how to add components. Okay, do they mean library and then components or just components random? All right, so what I'm getting out of this is they just want to add components, so my assumption will be that they know how to make a library, but assuming it's not a good thing. So let's go and see. Let's go to symbol editor. That's how you'll make where your symbols are made. And so a component is made out of two parts. You have a symbol and you have a footprint. They live together. So let me show you just in this schematic real quick. I have something already here. So if you're out there and you're looking to look up how you make a circuit, this is it. Or how do you add a component, this is it. So there's times that you need so basically will be manage the symbols and the libraries. So over here by default KiCad gives you a wide variety of libraries which includes all kinds of ICs, analytic bases, motor driver, relay, the whole 9 yards. But there's times that you're not going to find everything that you need. And then at that point, you have to create your own library, which I have created one. I call it share trip, right? And then here I have parts from Ultra Librarian, and I store this in the share trip. I don't know if you could see here, but right here. Oh, maybe. Hold on. I think I have a highlighter that I installed last time. Where's the highlighter? Highlighter. Mm, okay, all highlighter. Research doc. Data sheet, Ultra Librarian. Okay. Um, okay, so I don't know where I put my highlighter. I have to. I know I did in this computer, but I cannot see it right away. So maybe it's on the download. Okay, so anyway, so so you manage your symbol libraries, and So sometimes you want to make a global or you want to make a project specific, like this one is project specific. Global libraries. I like to make global, but as long as I don't conflict with the native libraries the KiCad has. So all these are the native libraries. And the thing is, the libraries are has a KiCad underscore symbol. If you could see, all of them have that. See, and then in some cases, sometimes you gotta convert, but make sure you have a backup. See where it says migrate libraries? You can do a migration of the library and will convert to the KiCad symbol. So be careful when you converting. Make a backup somewhere in your drive and have it just in case something goes wrong. Always good to have a backup. So I have added over time, just trying different things. The ultra librarian, sometimes I get parts from here. Sasmax parts, I get parts from here. Ex- SparkPong, you can get other libraries. The Motor Shield was something I got it too, but um, so in the website under KiCad, if you look, all right, let's go here. Does it go to the? Does it go directly to the website? Let me see. So yeah, so you can click it from here. KiCad.org. Let me bring this window down. Over here, under you see blog, you have these different tabs here: blog, discover, community, help, contribute, sponsor, libraries, store, and about. So over here on the libraries, you'll see third-party libraries, and then you can get from DigiKey, Octopark, SportFont, SnapEDA, PC Library. So you can get these libraries into KiCad and look at how that's organized. So I know the DigiKey usually has DG at the front, so it doesn't conflict with the libraries that are in there. Also, SparkPong Electronics, you can get it from a GitHub. I think most of them are in GitHub now. Yeah, yeah, GitHub. So you can get it from here, out it into the and importing the DigiKey card into KiCad Pi or more, Pi or above. So, and then over here you see DigiKey footprints that pretty and DigiKey that symbols. So if you look at here, you see they put at the beginning. I haven't downloaded yet. I think I have done in previous videos, but I haven't got into the explanation. See, they have automobile, they have um, crystals, right? Crystals will be something that the neighbor library will have. So therefore, they use DK at the beginning, underscore, and then crystals. That way, you don't run into conflicts. So that's why I say download those libraries. Look at how they organize and then organize your stuff accordingly. Like me in my okay, so that's for symbols, and now footprints. That's for all the symbols. So if you look at Kicad, wait a minute. All right, so within these libraries you have um, so let me just show you. Okay, that's just exploring that particular. So now under your preferences, manage symbol libraries, you will add them here. So make a folder like you see here. I have share trip underscore ICs. Why I have that like that? Because under the library for the native library has I think they have ICs. If you look at AC, like Dio, see Dio. If I put my library just with Dio, it will have a conflict with this library. So if I was creating a unique Dio library, I will put share trip underscore Dio, just like I did with the ICs, so that I don't have a conflict. So you see, I put share trip ICs and probably what I have here. Uh, so just try to organize your libraries. So now, so if you go now, if you minimize this, you go here to symbol editor. I guess just to show you. Okay, arrow loading, symbol library, Spark phone. So that means I made changes. I might have moved something out of there and now doesn't see it. So that's what it means. Oh, okay. So we were just talking about audio, right? So if I was gonna make a library for audio or dial, see dial here. That's the native. This is the native library that comes with KiCad. So I don't want to change anything there. If I was just giving you an example. So if I'm making a unique library, I'll go File. I will create a new library just to make the point. New library. And I'm going to make global so I'll have access to all my projects. Okay, so I'll say global, okay. And then since this is cat 8, I'm going to call it share trip underscore dial. Okay, so this is it will have the extension cat KiCad underscore symbol, and I'm putting under KiCad 8. So sometimes you can have like different versions, like 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably I think it's 9 the latest. But just to give you this example, so now I do save. So it's going into documents, KiCad 8 symbols. So share trip dial. So I say save. Okay. So now I have a share trip dial and share trip IC. See? So things that I've been working on the side, making changes or making the way I wanted it to look like when I do my schematic. That's how you start. So first is to have your symbol. So uh, then either let's say, so if I go to dial, dial, okay, I go to dial, and let's say I want to load this one. All right, I'm gonna move this stuff around. Okay, let's say I want to have this dial in my library. So I'm gonna go file, save a copy as, and now I'm gonna look for share trip, right? Share trip dial, okay? And I'm gonna put 1N914. I'm gonna check, I'm gonna say modify. Why? Because I don't want that to conflict with the other one. Or I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put the dial vertical, 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 or horizontal. Sometimes you can do it like that too. So I'm gonna save that in this library, and I'm gonna say okay. That symbol not saying the same as the print. Okay. What happened? Wait, wait. Okay. Undo everything. Okay, let me. I don't want to save that. I don't think it's gonna allow you to save it. Let's see. Symbol library that is not writable because it must be different. Okay. So okay, got a symbol. Okay, I don't think you can do that. Discard changes. So let me go back. I think I have a trick for this. Symbol editor. So I went to dial. Where's the 914? 914. Okay, so we're gonna go file, save a copy as, and then share trip. Okay, so I'm gonna click there. Must be the same as the parents. Oh, hold on. Dial. Horizontal. HO. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, let's yes. As we are to a share trip dial. Mod. Hmm. Okay, so that's not working. So let's see why. Okay, You know what? Another way I have done this is by going to the schematic, going to edit symbol properties, then go file, save a copy as mod, and then put it in share trip. See if I can trick it. Share trip dial, modify. Okay, so all right. So this look like maybe this card changes. This card changes. So now let's go to the library. And let's go to share trip. Oh, oh, that didn't work. All right. You see, I have done that with the resistors. Um, you see the resistor, small resistor USA. So I put, see, I have vertical and horizontal. So when I'm putting resistors in place, I don't have to be rotating. It will just come up like that. So in this library, so I'm having some technical problem here, but I have done this before. All right, so you gotta give me some time to think about this situation. But anyway, so if I was gonna uh, rename this library, the file, uh, so you create the library, so then you bring your symbols, like I have done here, ICs. Oh, let me go to another library, maybe sysmac, sysmac parts. Let me, I think this is a dial. Okay, let's see this dial. Okay, so I go file, save as, no, save a copy as, and then I'm gonna modify this. I'm gonna put horizontal. So HO, and then I'm gonna put this in share trip dial. Okay, so now that should be there. See, share trip dial. So now it's save. So now let's say I don't want the fill and body. So I want to do not fill. And then I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to take this and put it horizontal. I'm going to say M for move and then rotate. And now I'm right here. So, okay, so I think my grid is off. No, I am in 50. Okay. So now let's say I say save. And now just for demonstration purposes, so it works. The other one, I know I had to do a trick to make it work, but I have done it. So the proof is in the pudding right here. R small USA. So the ones that are familiar, if you go on the devices, if you go devices, right, and you see resistors, which is the R. R resistor and R resistor small USA. See, so I have taken from there, but um, I just don't remember how I did it, but I have done it, so I have to look into that. But I'm just showing you from another library that I was able to do it. So now once you have your component, let me, so I don't mess up what I have here. I'm gonna take this out before I forget. So let me create a another sheet. So I'm gonna put dial. Dial practice. That's not what you want to call your schematic, but that's, I'm just, so, uh, protect. Okay, let's protect. Okay, so let's call the same thing. So now I got here, I go there. So now here in the little triangle over here on the right, where it says add symbol, or you can click the letter A and that will do it. So now I go to, so I'm gonna minimize this and I'm gonna go to share trip, dial. Didn't we change that? I thought we saved it. Okay, so that didn't save it. The other thing is sometimes when I get from online sources, I like to have the manufacturer name, manufacturer part number, Mauser part number, Arrow part number. So I got different vendors where I can get this part. So at this point, I go to update symbol from library, edit library symbol. So I want to edit because I don't want this. I don't want to fill up. So I say, okay. I believe I saved it. And now, let's click again, save, and close. And now let's do an update. And see if it updates. There you go. And that's it. So now if I make a copy, it should give you what you want. Now, you see how the number increasing? So it's DA 7, 8. Okay, so what happened to 9, 10? Why is jumping to 11, 12, 13, 14? Why? Say 15, that's in order, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that means if I was looking at this, so I look at the root. So I should have, you see, I have diodes here. That's right. It's renaming the next, it's giving the next name. So, and it's annotating to the next number. So I should have a D9. See D9 here, D10. So it's so that in the first schematic I have that also it went to, so I don't have a 8, I have a 9, a 10. So the next logical number will be 11, 12, 13, and so forth, 14, and so forth. So so that's how uh, you create a symbol. So once you have your symbols, then your symbol is associated with a footprint. So in this case, the footprint is called SOD37, which you can go and look at it. Now that's where you want to keep your order. You have to have your symbols associated with the footprint. So when this goes from the schematic to the layout, it has no problem in bringing out the footprint. Okay, so I know it's taking long because maybe I have an error in the library. Sometimes I move folders around. So organization is the key here because I had libraries, Kicad 7, Kicad 6, Kicad 9, and and the thing is that some things I created it on 6 and then on 7. So the best thing is to do is keep it, if you're working on 6, keep your things at 6. If you move to 7, make a copy of your library and then move to the 7. Don't take the stuff that you have worked before and bring it out because you're going to lose it. I have done it. It's one of those things that you're like, once you do it, you're done. That's it. There's no coming back. So look at here. I have arrows. Arrows were counter loading footprints. Yes, yes. I have violated you in different ways here. Yes, I don't have that. I don't have that. So those libraries don't exist no more. So I move them or I delete them. I did something to them. So therefore it's complaining. Can't find, can't find. Okay, good to know that you can't find. So I have to delete at some point those so that next time I don't get those errors. So it's complaining about this one. So I have to organize it, delete it. So as you can see here, shared trip IC. I have footprints here. Now I have to do the same thing here, shared trip, and either move the footprint from where I have and modify and keep it together so I don't get confused. So I will call share trip dial. So now let's go to, so we go to footprint editor and it's gonna load the program for the footprint editor. And I'll go file, a new library. I'm gonna make a global and wait a minute, why is going KiCad version 6? Wait a minute, why is going there? I don't want to go there. Okay, 8 footprints. You see, when I try to create it, you gotta be careful where you put it, otherwise you're not gonna find it. So I'm working on Kicad 8, so I'm documents Kicad 8 footprints. So I'm gonna create my library here. So I'm gonna say share trip dial. Okay, and it's gonna be folder. And now I should see share trip dial. Okay, so since I was working on Sysmac, right? Sysmac. I mean, if you want to keep what you got in one library and maintain it there, it's fine. See all the Sysmac part numbers here. Okay, it's one of these. Okay, so if I go here and go here, it says this number. Copy. So when I look here, I can do a filter and search for it, and it's coming up. And now I'm going to save this file, save as, and I'm going to put in share trip dial, uh, but rename footprint. I don't want to keep the same name. I'm going to say modify, mod. I like to put that when I'm modifying things so that I know it's not the original. So now I'm going to move some of this stuff around. Move, so I want this to be somewhere here, not inside the part, and I show you what it means. So this part is gonna go inside. So this seal screen, you can double click and look at the see the layer seal screen. F is for front. That seal screen is the writing on the board, and then this one is F front, and that's the fabrication layer. So sometimes I get annoyed with this fabrication. We had so many things. All right, now, so now I have the footprint. Now I the modification. Okay, going back to our schematic here. Okay, so now this footprint is associated with this. This symbol is associated with this footprint, which is coming from the Sysmac library, okay? But now that I made those changes, I don't wanted it to come from there. So I'm gonna edit my symbol. And now here under properties, I'm gonna select this from my shirt trip, right? Shirt trip dial, modify, see that? Now we select that one. So now it says shirt trip underscore dial colon, and it has our symbol there. So I'll say okay. I'm going to save it. So now, do I click one by one to change that? No, I can select all of them and say update symbols from library. And it's going to update. update, update, close. Now let's see. Share trip dial SO3716X145 underscore modify. So now I can all right, now control Z. Okay. What I'm gonna do, so now I'm gonna bring those dials into its I just want to show how it's gonna bring. So tools, update PCB from schematic. Yes, I know there's no errors, but it should bring all those dials. See dial, all okay, so it's bringing. I don't need all that, so see, this is all the diodes that we just did it. Okay, so now if I hide the fabrication layer, that should take out the, let's see, gray. It's kind of gray color. See that? All right, so I can do Control Z, undo all that. Control Z. All right, so I don't want to change my layout over here, okay? So now my bill of materials is going to show fields. I have footprint, manufacturer part number, that sheet, okay. Generate bomb. So that this, so now I should see a lot of dials. Oh no, no, because we delete them. All right, that's fine. As you can see here, this is a problem. This is not a good bomb because it doesn't have the manufacturer number, the manufacturer part number. So this is a useless design because I don't have any part numbers, any manufacturer part number. So if I go to buy this, I'm like, what I'm buying? Okay, it's a 110 nanometer. Okay, yeah, it's a 603, but from who? I don't know. See, I have fiducials, you don't care, holes, you don't care. But these resistors over here, you definitely care about that. I don't have any part numbers. See, so it's useless. Okay. So now, uh, to all right. So let discard the changes. I don't want any of this stuff. Discard changes. So I'm going to create a new project. So let's go to create new project. I'm going to create a project from template because I have created a template over time. So I go to, you see system templates. I'm not in system template. I need a user template which I created. And I have this. This is my template. So now how I'm gonna call projects. If I'm gonna go to project, I'm not gonna put it on the model shield. I'm gonna put it on the projects and I'm gonna call uh, how to make a circuit in Kicad. How to make a circuit in Kicad 8. Okay, I'm just gonna call that, save it. So now I go to my schematic. Okay, so by default I have this template. I don't have to have that, but because when I create it, it had this part of it. And when you go to It's part of a shield I copy from the Arduino shield. So you see here, so that's where it comes up. I don't have to have any of that stuff, but I use as a reference point and then I work from there. Okay. So now here we go to add symbol. We go to share trip. This is where you make your awesome symbol. Share trip. Didn't we just make that? We just use it or lose it. Okay, so one. You want to hit another copy. You click OK. All right, so I'm going to select. I'm going to make a copy. And then Control C, Control V. Boom. 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 Okay. So let's say I want to protect each port when it comes in. So I'll wire this up and then so analog. All right, so let me show you how that looks right now. I'm not connected to anything. So let's save it, tools, update. So it's gonna take everything that's here and it's gonna bring to the layout page. So here's your dials. Now, is this the board you're gonna make? Probably not. You're not gonna do that. Can you connect anything? No, you can't. It says unconnected, unconnected. You can do no layout whatsoever right now because there's no logic right now. So you have to make your logic. So go to schematic now. And now what are you gonna do, right? So I have an analog line coming in here. I have a reset. Do you want to protect that reset? Maybe I want to protect that reset. So I'm going to take this dial. I'm going to move it. And I'm going to connect that. Rotate. And here we go. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. So I'm going to take that. And now I'm going to wire up. So I'm going to go from here to there. And then I'm going to ground. Control copy. Control V. And now we wire this line here. Right, go from here to there. I don't like the way it's showing. I don't think there's a problem, but all right. So now delete. Okay, so I think I had two connections. All right, so you see these labels over here. You want to move it around, maybe rotate them so it doesn't move. M for move. So now here, save it, tools, update PCB. All right, so here you have different options. It says delete footprints with those specific in the schematic, right? Delete footprints with no symbols. Relink to schematic symbol based on the reference scenario. This is different options that you have based on your design. At times, I don't use when I'm making a new design. I don't have conflicts. I don't use this option. Delete footprints with no symbols. I will use replace footprints with those specific in the schematic or relink. I have used this option when I'm using somebody else's design and I don't want to change the order of things. But in this case, uh, I want to delete because I know I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to delete all the print prompts with no symbols. So it's going to delete all this up and then close. So I should have only one. See that? So you got to be careful what you option when you bring your symbols so you don't delete a lot of work that you have done just to bring one dial. So I move and why it says unconnected? That doesn't make sense. I just did the connection. So let's go see. So that means it's not connected. It's not making a connection there. So it doesn't recognize. So get here. And here. Alright, let's see. I think when I moved that symbol, it wasn't. I think it has to do something with the grid. Grid 50. Maybe that will do it. I think when I created a symbol and I moved it, I don't know if you remember that. When I moved it, my grid it was not at the right level and I didn't align it correctly. That's my that's what I think is happening. But let's see. Okay, so now I have ground. So I was able to make ground, the connection ground. You see G and D, but not reset. So do I want to go from here to there? So, so this is problems that you could have. Okay, that's not, but you gotta understand why it's happening. What's the problem? You just don't throw it there and say I'm done. No, find out why. Okay, so it's not lacking. All right, do I go crazy about it? Save, yes. No, I just go here, go to properties, go to edit symbol library. There's something wrong with my symbol. A share trip dial. What's my grid? 50. Okay. So can I do multiples of 10? So 10. Let me see if I move now. Or save it. Uh, update symbol, update. Okay, so that was out. So delete that. Move. Sum of 50. Great. 10. So now I should move in 10 increments. Delete that. Alright, now what happened? Can I grid it? I think it's even worse now. All right, so let's see. So I think, see, yeah, it's a great problem. See, look, cannot even connect. Look, no, not good. All messed up. Okay, so do I go crazy about it? No. I go properties, edit symbol library. Now I'm gonna go grid 50. Now I'm gonna take this, move it. Now I move. Now I'm gonna save it, close. Okay, rotate, wire. Look, see that? So you learned something, right? Yes, yes, we did learn something. Now, let's go and see the famous dial tools update. So it should have the reset. There you go. And where is the reset? Right there. Now you see how the red, what's it called? This red nest. See the red nest here? There's a little lines here, color lines. Maybe I want to change the color. So go to nets with the reset. I'm gonna give it a color. I know I'm gonna reset. I wanna show like, I don't know, green. Set up aqua. Maybe red. Maybe I wanna show red. No, maybe orange. Like yellow. Let's say like yellow. See? So any line with the reset now it's gonna show yellow. See that yellow? Can you see it? Zoom in. What color is that in? Yellow. Okay, so now I go move, rotate, rotate. All right, and now in the layout, you click route tracks or X. Now I have different track classes over here, and that's because my template is designed for that. So I can go from here. Now where are we? Blue layers. I'm in the bottom layer. I don't know. I want to be in the bottom layer. I want to be on the top. So you select front. B is for bottom. So if I go there and there, then straight up. I still have another reset over here. So from that point to that point. Do I have another ground over here? Yeah. Okay, so of course you see this D1. I don't want it to be here. I might want to change it. You know, that's details. I don't want this to be 50. Anyway, also, so just to show you, you might want to have consistency when you create your symbols and footprints. So if you go to 3D viewer, now see you have a big D1 right there, and you don't have, so that's how you start. So that's just showing you how to add a, somebody asks how to add components in KiCad. Another person asks how to make a circuit in KiCad. I believe even though this is simple, it shows you exactly how to do it. And if you don't like it, give it in the comments below, tag me, ask me questions, and I'll get back to you. If you need if you need clarification on how to make the library, how to bring symbols from other libraries, leave it in the comments below. Share if you like this kind of content. Share, like, and subscribe. If you don't like it, also put the thumbs down or put the thumbs up. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't bother me. Okay. So good luck, and I'll see you next time.